Thank you for joining me for another episode of TTG Sports. Please like, share, and subscribe to the page below so we can run those subscribers up so we can make sure that we help motivate the progress of what we're trying to do with this page as far as like help our kids in Mississippi and even in the surrounding areas or any kid that we can help, but mainly focusing on our Mississippi kids at the moment. I haven't been on here in a while because I don't believe in just making up news to just talk about or having things to talk about. But I've been attending the GBA showcase and the Inside Exposure showcase to where that, I've been going, but we don't have too many of our kids involved in things like that, which I think it could benefit. Everything has its pros and cons to it, but the intent is mainly solely for the kids, So I think in Mississippi we get caught up in coaches' egos and parents' egos and things like that. When we, if they're doing this for the kids, we should give people a chance, So like the Memphis talent and the Arkansas talent that I've seen in both of those showcases. Mississippi talent, we have a lot to do. Mississippi players, we have a lot to do when it comes to that. So, but neither here nor there, we're not going to sit up here and get into how the Memphis kids, why I feel like the Memphis kids and the Arkansas kids may be a little ahead of the game right now. We're not going to get into that. We're going to get into mainly of what I feel like, my opinion, and a lot of things that I do know, and some of these things that y'all are finna hear from me are true statements. You know what I'm saying? I won't go too deep into a lot of them, but it's more like this. I honestly feel like some of those, our kids are not in those showcases due to the egos of the AAU programs. We're so behind the ball mentally in Mississippi when it comes to this game. We're so solely stuck on getting the glory and the accolades and everything like that. But very few, it's a low percentage of people are truly putting in the work to become great at this game or truly to study their craft. Everybody's entitled. You can't critique anybody. If you're critiquing somebody, everything is hating. If you're saying something about this person program, it seems like you're hating. It's not that you're hating, but it's just people have another vision on how you can help kids without making it seem like you're getting over on kids. So I truly feel like the people that runs the program, especially in this area, has hindered the kids in their program from being exposed because they don't have everybody in their class have a scholarship. And there's been college coaches at these showcases, and these kids could have easily got them another look and everything for the low when y'all done charged them an arm and a leg to travel all across the world, and these kids still don't have offers. These kids still not going to school. So I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to the GBA and the Inside Exposure. I will say, yeah, I do like the vibe in the GBA a little better. You know what I'm saying? Not to throw any shade or any shots. It's just that it's just a different vibe. It's a vibe that, that relates to kids. I think a little easier than the others. It keeps them more engaged. You focus more on the kids because there's one game going on at a time. And so you're truly focusing on the kids that's playing. So, and shout out to all the young talent that I've seen. There's 3 kids at the GBA that have stood out to me. Well, 4 kids that have stood out to me. And I'm trying to make sure that I get their names right. I know one of them name is Journey. The other one name is Maples. The other one name is Maze. I think I want to say that Maze and Lee. Those kids, man, have really stood out to me through the time that I've been watching them in the GBA. Not saying that there's not other people that stood out, but those kids have stood out to me. I just want to give them a shout out. You know what I'm saying? And to encourage them to keep doing what they're doing, because there's a bright future for all those young ladies that I had just named. But so I have no choice but to watch some of the other talent. We are limited, you know what I'm saying, with the Mississippi talent that was in those showcases. But last night, I want people to understand, like, people think that me and Mark last night had talked before the show, and those comments that I was saying because was coming from me and him talking. First of all, that's false. Me and Mark haven't talked on the phone about no one pertaining to no programs, no nothing. If we're talking on the phone, or if we've talked on the phone, it's been about kids, or me just letting him know that I'm not going to be able to make it to his event due to X, Y, Z and things like that, because me being an evaluator, I have to stay professional with what I'm trying to do. So if I say I'm going to be somewhere, if I'm not able to make it, I need to call and let those folks know that I'm not going to be able to make it. You know what I'm saying? So he said a lot of things about this person called EV, which is cool. You know, all I did was piggyback on it because it like just brought back fun and memories of how EV and his Eddie Young and their crew and the cores on how I feel like they have made Mississippi basketball, girls basketball, a laughing stock. When I say laughing stock, I mean that they only minimize themselves to their own kids. So when it comes to minimizing yourself to your own kids, that's basically saying that you're showing favoritism. Now, let me break down what I mean by laughing stock again. Like I say, we're going to take one example. One example is that they was doing so much, making you feel like if you don't play for their program, you're playing for the wrong program, to a point to where they done split up 3 AAU teams. Eddie Young had been preaching to them for years to combine those AAU teams together, you know, or to combine any programs together to try to make it bigger, to make people feel like they should come play for them. But the whole time, the reason things don't work is because you have the wrong intentions. Eddie Young just done quit now. He done split up AAU teams, and he said he done coaching AAU now. But it's due to the fact because Eddie Young lost his sponsorship that he had with Adidas and couldn't prevail the obligation to these other people that done split up their program and was digging and searching and trying to do anything that he could to make it to a point to where he can afford to be able to get another sponsorship from somebody, and it didn't work out. The reason things are not going to work out for that is because of the fact that y'all doing it for the wrong reasons. You're doing it to find a sneaky way to put money into your pockets, and it's going to always fail when you're trying to get over on kids. I just feel like y'all intentions is not for kids. It's mainly because of you want to build your brand. I've heard one of you coaches out of my own 2 ears say that they had a whole bunch of teams in one age group and told me that the second team was his money team. So basically, when you hear comments like that come out of people's mouths about kids, so you're using kids and their families as a money team to put money into your pockets. So that's what y'all want to furthermore allow y'all kids to be a part of. Okay, you have a exposure event, as they were piggybacking on, you know what I'm saying, last night, and no kids got no exposure. How do you have an exposure event and no kids have no exposure? How do you take money from kids to take them to cupcake events and still come back and don't have a way to give these kids scholarships? Yeah, I have a problem with it because EV called me this morning. So One thing about it, I'm going to tell you right here, I'm not answering your phone calls because it was a time when I wanted to talk to you and you was playing me. It was a time I wanted to talk to you and even came to you for advice, but you stole me to the left because of the fact you felt like I wasn't agreeing with the way the things that y'all was doing things. But sir, don't call my phone no more. Don't call my phone no more. If you don't like what I'm saying, oh well. Y'all said a lot of things about me that I didn't like. But you didn't see me getting my stomach all uptight, you know what I'm saying? Crying over spilled milk. I just came back with facts and to let y'all know that everything is catching up. Everything is catching up. Eddie, Evie, you got fired from Valley, bro. You weren't even at your job a whole year, but you're around here telling people that you are the evaluator. People need to come to your eval so you can rank them. You can't even make it through a whole season. Y'all don't even know how to identify talent. All y'all want is a kid that's already pre-cooked. And all y'all got to do is warm it up by putting it out there. Y'all haven't helped make a kid from scratch. All y'all trying to do is get the best kids or to feel like you're getting the best kids. And what are you doing with them? Taking them to Dolly Parton, AAU event? Taking them to an old church league event? While everybody else is over here battling like warriors, y'all over here playing in the cupcake events. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. We spend so much time hyping these kids instead of teaching these kids. Mississippi's biggest problem when it comes to kids is that everybody wants the videos, everybody wants the hype, everybody wants the accolades, but don't nobody want to put in the work. Don't nobody want to put in the work. Everybody feels like they entitled because they can dribble a ball or they can bounce a ball, that they should be obligated for everything that's destined for them. And then a lot of it starts from home. A lot of it comes because our kids are not being coached, period. And these AAU programs got these kids' head blowed up around here off their own egos, but they can't even get y'all in school. These AAU programs had their kids that play in their program when it was time for them to play high school ball during the summer with their high school teams, not even playing with their high school teams. But as soon as AAU season start, they playing. Like they had a better opportunity of getting them somewhere. We have to stop forcing our kids on people. Meaning forcing them like, coach, you better sign him, or coach, you better offer her. We got to stop doing that. Because one thing about talent, it ain't going to go unnoticed if you're doing things the right way. Talent will always be seen as long as you're doing things the right way. It makes no sense if it was that easy to get a kid in school just because they played with you to get you in school. Why are kids every kid should be playing with you if it was that easy. It's not that easy. Y'all sell these kids dreams, and now everything done caught up. Eddie Young just done gave up on it. Now y'all out here on the island by yourself, and you saying that we're going to give EV the rights to rank and evaluate our kids for a person that couldn't even make it through a whole year at Mississippi Valley, who probably ain't won 7 games in 3 years. We got to do better. We got to do better. We sit up here and want to point and find out everything about what's wrong about the people who's trying to do right and emphasize and destroy them. But when y'all sitting up here right in people's face, getting over like y'all the dope man. Y'all getting over like y'all the dope man. And it seems like it's cool to y'all. So you try to say that I'm trash. One thing about words and me, one thing I don't think y'all understand about it. Things that I done been through and how my life done unfolded, it's nothing that a person can say to me that can destroy me. Because overcame so many obstacles that half of you wouldn't even wouldn't even believe. Wouldn't even believe. So I don't care what you say about me. It's my words that's bothering you. It's not your words that's bothering me. Remember that. It's my words that are bothering you. It's not your words that's bothering me. Because obviously when I started doing what I did, y'all started getting shook. Y'all ain't did a YouTube episode since I've been doing what I've been doing on YouTube and putting y'all on Front Street. You come tell you why? Because y'all been sitting up there trying to figure out ways of how to prove me wrong, and y'all ass can't do it yet. Because everything that I'm saying about y'all is true. All y'all are trying to do is get over on kids. But obviously, people are catching up to y'all. Things are coming to fruition. Like everything is coming right face value, dead to your face right now. And y'all get mad at little old Ray Sean because I done put y'all on Front Street. All I ask you to do is prove me wrong. If I'm lying, prove me wrong. Y'all saying the kids need to come here and kids need to come play for y'all. What have you made from scratch? Have you seen a kid that couldn't do anything? Went and got her, took her in, made sure that everything's gonna be okay, and turned her into a ball player? Not even necessarily turned her into a ball player, but been there for her mentally. Because all y'all teaching is the glory part of the game. The mental part of the game coming from y'all and y'all program suck. Because all y'all teaching these kids is if you play for me, we gonna get there. And y'all ain't gonna be nowhere around when those ones who didn't get no scholarship from y'all, who depended on y'all ain't gonna be nowhere around because y'all gonna be on to the next. On to the next. So, Evie, don't call my phone no more. Don't call my phone no more. Y'all figure out ways of how y'all gonna keep trying to get over on kids. Because this conversation will continue again one day and probably in the next couple of weeks, and we can go deeper into it. But I didn't want to sit up here and allow y'all to feel like just because I'm putting y'all on the spot that I'm hating on y'all. When did the truth become hate? When did criticism become hate? When did telling the truth seem so bizarre or wrong? When did telling the truth become wrong? Because I'm pretty sure everything y'all feel like y'all know about me, y'all gonna tell it. I don't have time for that. Y'all are not doing our kids no services. But the movement, and right now, look at me. When you see me, I'm by myself. I am a one-man band because I feel like it is so hard in this world at times to find people that you can trust to be on the same accord of what you're doing of what you're trying to do, because there's more people trying to get over on people than people trying to help people. I just really want to set up avenues so kids can be taught the game mentally inside and out without having jokers who's always trying to reap the benefits of their talent instead of trying to build their brand, build the kid up. We have too many people that are just trying to build their brand and not access the help to the kids that they need. Or if the kid doesn't have enough talent, you don't even want to be bothered with them. Anything y'all want to know from me, I ain't got no problem with telling you what's going on. Anything you want to know, like where this passion or anything comes from, ask me. But what I'm not finna do while I'm starting my movement on what I'm trying to do to help kids is not let what's going wrong go unnoticed. And right now, y'all are not holding a great value to what Mississippi kids need in this state. I promise you, I pray to the great God up above that Danbury can turn that program around that she was handed to by somebody who was trying to get over on kids. I don't care what you say. Say what you want to say. He don't know nothing about these kids this way if he depended on the person that he depends on to do the evaluation for these kids in this area, when they don't even know talent when they see it. Because if the talent don't play for them, that means it ain't even no talent. And that's a lie. So I don't care what y'all think. Prove me wrong. You sitting up here taking these people money, had an evaluation last week. You think you slick, but it probably almost didn't work out. You're trying to form the AAU team. That's basically what y'all was trying to do. Y'all had them folks come and pay to really try out for you. Like, y'all had the one program where the y'all little program was the evaluators. What that sound like? That sound like an AAU tryout, and that you had them pay for. That you're going to use that money to say you're going to go over there and buy all these uniforms and use that money to try to make yourself look good and sell y'all program through the look of what your uniform is. That ain't worth a hill of beans. And then going to charge them again to come play for you doing the something. Man, y'all got to get up out of here. Y'all need to get up out of here. So you can say what you want to say about me, partner. I'm not the one that's going down. I'm going up. Y'all try to make yourself seem like y'all here. Y'all are not here. Y'all have not helped no one get in school no farther than the JUCO route, but you done took them all over the world to do what? To say they played for you? To say you won a church league tournament at the Kojic Church of Christ basketball league weekend? Y'all killing me. Who did that benefit? Nobody. Nobody. It didn't benefit no one. Because 85 to 90% of your kids, 97% of your kids go to school in state. So you could have spent that money working on their talent, but you don't know how to do that. All you know how to do is take, use what they got on what they can give you at the moment, and then once its time is up, it's over with. That's what I want to know. When would that stop? Because I got a feeling these programs ain't going to be open too much longer. So this would be a good time for somebody with the right heart, you know what I'm saying, the right mindset, someone that these kids can look up to and see that they're truly doing it for the right reason, for someone to step in and can really mark their foot when it comes to Mississippi girls basketball, or just trying to help this area in general when it comes to basketball. So, man, I can go all day about how these people done got over on kids and how they're going to try to sit up here and make it seem like they're not. But I'm gonna just let it be for the moment, because I'm pretty sure once they see this, they're going to have something to say. But only thing I want y'all to know is that if what I'm saying is so wrong, I'm asking them to prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not this, I just want you to prove me. If what I've said about y'all being trash on what y'all have done with kids, if I've said anything wrong, I want you to prove it to me. And let me be willing to respond whenever you do respond. But I'm sitting up here telling you, y'all know for a fact that's why y'all done almost shut down your YouTube channel. Don't do those monthly videos no more of y'all just talking, of mentally trying to get in people's head in Mississippi. You tried to move to Twitter with it and things like that, thinking wasn't nobody gonna understand, or it wasn't going to get out that y'all trying to manipulate on another platform. Man, stop. Y'all can kill that. Y'all days are numbered when it comes to coaching these kids around here in this area. Y'all need to go regroup. and evaluate yourself personally, because what our kids need now are people who's going to be willing to focus on what they need to develop in. Focus on the mental part of the game. Focus on the life structure, on what it brings, what basketball can truly bring. Because like I told someone earlier today, like, just because you can play basketball don't mean that you're meant to play basketball, because it's a lot of things that come with the body of work of playing basketball. So we have to do a better example of what we do on how we express these things to our kids, because basketball is somebody, it's almost like being in a relationship. It's very sensitive when you disrespect it. You know what I'm saying? It don't give you what you want if you ain't been giving it what it wants. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that just because you may have a little talent, that don't mean you're made to be a basketball player. Do you have the body of work to be a basketball player? It's what I want to know, and things like that. So once again, we can continue this and we can talk about this. Y'all can ask me any question that you want to ask me when it comes to them or whatever. I really don't care. But what I am trying to do, and I want y'all to help me, and those who don't want to help me, oh well, because I'm still standing alone right now while I'm doing this by myself and evaluating these kids. And to let you know, I have evaluated right now at this point, and the season finna start, so I got a little jump. I have evaluated over 26 girls. I'm not going to give their name out or anything like that. But probably out of the 26 that I done evaluated, only like probably 20 have a eval of a JUCO. So like I said, we'll get more into that come December, because like I say, I'm still doing all the typing and things like that, where I'm gonna get my daughter to do all the typing. I'm still doing all the write-ups on as I go on the players that I see. So get used to seeing me in the gyms once the season starts. So ain't no telling where I might be. I never tell you where I'm going to be. I'm just going to pop up and things like that. So, but I will be giving another show later on this week, which will probably be Friday. I just want to, it'll be a different show. I'm going to be interviewing a young lady that a lot of you may not know, a lot of you may know. But regardless of the fact, we're going to approach this young lady a little different with it, because she's very young. She has the ability to be something special, but we're not going to hype this kid up. We're going to teach this kid up. And I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart, because at the end of the day, we have to do a better job of polishing our kids while they're young mentally. Fall into all the hype of I'm good and you're going to be great and things like that, and not knowing that some of these kids eventually 5-6 years down the road may say, I don't even want to play no more. So you done did all that hyping up for what? So I just want everyone to join me later on Friday. I'm not going to tell you who she is. I'm just going to I may have short videos of her putting in a little work to just let you know. But just know that she just had a birthday the other day, but this 11-year-old that I will have on the show, if the great Lord prevails, the basketball gods say the same, this kid here will be not just only one of the best kids, one of the top tier kids in this area. She probably could be one of the top tier kids in the country. But there comes a body of work that we have to put in, and things that we have to be willing to sacrifice as mentors, as parents, as people, as her teammates, and as people that's around her. We're just going to try to put her in a great situation possible. So if this is something that she truly wants to do, that we're going to try to help her exceed that, but not in a hyping way, but in more of a teaching way, if y'all get what I'm saying. But we'll more elaborate on it Friday when you get a chance to meet her. So like I may start the show off with just showing a short film of a short video of her working out, doing a couple of moves and things like that. But this is not your average 11-year-old. She was 10 when I met her, but this is not your average 11-year-old. She just turned 11 the other day. So I'm very excited about the questions that y'all gonna ask her. The lifestyle of basketball that's gonna be demanded from her, and just to let her know that she don't owe this game of basketball nothing. You know, everything that you do in life, you owe it to yourself. And you know, we're gonna try to focus on her continuing to put in work. To the young lady is working hard. I can vouch for that for myself. I've seen her put in work. So until then, I just want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all for joining me and everything. And just remember, if you're not trained to go, you can't be on this show. And I'll see y'all later.